Hey, 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 happy Saturday, coming in live for a surprise episode. Welcome to the Breakfast Show. If you are brand spanking new to the Breakfast Show, like you've never been a part of it before, it's an honor to have you. Welcome. You're guaranteed an episode every Monday through Friday between 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. A little bit of the revolution behind it was I actually was 180 pounds. For 11 months, I struggled to drop even 1 inch, so maybe this is extremely relatable for you. I ended up having an email to check in for a physical. I was going to try to cancel it, but they were going to charge me a late fee. So I went in. I also got 5 days in a row of blood work because hormones change so frequently, and everything came back clear. So my doctor sat me down and she was like, I can give you metformin. Metformin is a drug to treat prediabetes, but here's a little bit of a kicker that I didn't know. It can help you lose weight. But instead of getting a prescription, I said, you know what? Everyone at the time was referring to the book, The Obesity Fix. Dr. James, like you should search him. So I ended up on the way home from that doctor's appointment, getting that Audible book and tuning in. And literally, it was the best thing I've ever done. There are 3 things that I was not doing. And I started doing those 3 things. And I figured, even if you're upping your protein or your water and your fiber and you're not getting results, it could be the sources that you're getting. There could be additives in those foods that could be causing cortisol and glucose issues. So I'm going to share everything with you. You're going to have every tool that you need. It's going to be absolutely free. So this morning is going to be like one of those episodes that's like fire burning on the dance floor. So really quick, if you can hear me, can you just drop a 1 in the comments for me? We are live. It's 9:33 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So this is not pre-recorded. I'm not a robot. Like, this is the real deal. So really quick, if you can hear me just really quick, just please say, is this made for kids? Yes, it's made for kids. Go live. Okay, thank you. I can see you. So let's dive in and let's talk. I'm going to share with you the 3 things that I started doing that you can start doing right now. So number 1, we're going to go into fiber. I literally started upping my fiber and I started to put weight on, okay? I was adding this in. This literally, there's an app for you. Thank you, Amy. I appreciate you so much. I'm going to put the app in the comments for you. It's called YUKA. This app, you can start scanning every food that you buy regularly. You can scan it and it tells you, is there additives in it? So maybe you're like, who cares if there are? I used to be like the biggest Diet Coke junkie, biggest diet this. And then when I found out, hey, listen, this is actually spiking cortisol levels. It's spiking glucose levels. And when that happens, your body stores your food as fat in the fat pockets instead of using it as energy. So it's a big no-no. So that app, you can start scanning. If you use something like regularly, let's say 3 to 4 times a week, scan it. And at the bottom, it gives you a good or bad recommendation. Okay. So like I said, the Metamucil has aspartame inside of it. It has yellow 6. It leads to not only being carcinogenic, but it also heightens A1C levels and leads to inflammation of the digestive tract. Okay, so for fiber, we're supposed to be getting 25 grams a day. I'll give you the best sources right now. 25 grams of fiber. I'm the kind of person sometimes where I will do too much of something. You don't want to go above 40 grams of fiber. It'll actually do the opposite of helping you with going number 2, with helping you in inflammation and bloating. So you want to make sure that you stay within 40 grams or less, but you need 25 grams, okay? This is even for maintenance. There are so many people that I talk to that all of a sudden get to maintenance and they kind of pull back to old habits. And it's like, hey, listen, you also need this for maintenance as well. When I started doing these 3 things, after 11 months of struggling to drop 1 inch, I dropped 30 pounds in 5 months. Literally. I've gone through hormonal changes. I've gone through menopause. I've gone through perimenopause. I've gone through skin cancer. I have maintained it. So there is no better way. And if you're like, well, Michelle, what are your credentials? Yeah, I'm a group certified fitness instructor, but who cares about that? I've listened to 40 plus Audible books now, and I don't stop. Every day I listen to a chapter, and what I learn, I bring it to you. I take a snippet. I'm like, hey, this is what I'm learning. This is this trending app. This is going to help you. So you can biohack your body a decade out. Okay. So that's the fiber. The best, you can do 2 tablespoons of chia seeds. That's 10 grams of fiber. You can do a cup of berries, so any berry. So blackberries, blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, which ones do you like? 1 cup is 8 grams. Your greens, so any greens at all is 7 grams in 1 cup, but I've learned how to biohack it. I can find this bread. It's not everywhere, so you might have to do your homework, okay? This is a Carbo Nut bread, okay? Carbo Nut, I had to get it from the Better Health food store. You might have to search Amazon. You might have to go to Instacart and download the app and search it to see what stores carry this. Listen to this. There's 15 grams of fiber. There's 40 calories in 1 slice. And literally, it tastes amazing. It tastes like a sourdough bread, and there's no additives. It's YUKA approved. So maybe try to find this. Maybe you can do the Royo bagel. So you can get fiber in a fun way. But let's talk about fiber, because you can sit at me and tell me, hey, to lose weight, eat fiber. But if you don't give me a why behind it, I'm most likely, when I have a weak moment, not gonna do it. But wait, there's 2 types of fiber. Let's talk a little bit about the biology. So there's an insoluble and a soluble fiber, okay? It's the only thing that can swell to the depth of the intestinal tract. So what it does is it literally acts as a vacuum. Think about your intestinal tract. For a minute, it's really swirly. And think about all the food that goes in it. All the food goes inside of there. Do you really think that all the food goes in and comes straight out if you're deficit in water, if you're deficit in fiber, if you're deficit in movement? And what happens to those food particles that are left? They literally create toxins and bacteria. It grows, which causes inflammation and bloating and irregular bowel movements and foul-smelling gas. But soluble and insoluble fiber, it swells and it's like a vacuum. So it goes through and it either uses it as energy to release it from the body, or you release it in a bowel movement. So that why behind it, knowing that it's going to help with the inflammation, the bloating, the irregular bowel movements, the foul smelling gas, doesn't that turn you up a little bit more to get 25 grams of fiber every day? Tell me in the comments. Say 25 grams of fiber, commit to it. You will see immediate response within 72 hours. You'll wake up and be like, whoa, oh my gosh, like I had an apple and my stomach's not sticking out. I can actually hold my gut in without it sticking out, like my bloating has gone down. You'll notice in your face, inflammation decreasing. You should have a bowel movement once a day. You should notice, like if you're sitting and you hear weird noises going on, it shouldn't be the case. So that's fiber. That's one of the main things I did to drop 20, 30 pounds in 5 months, literally, and to maintain it. No more up and down, okay? The second thing is your water intake. Okay, so you've heard of the term liposuction, right? It's plastic surgery to suck fat out of the body. That term actually came from your body. You burn fat for free. You literally burn fat and go through a process called lipolysis. And if you go look at the science behind it, it's very easy. You go through lipolysis when your body has half of your weight in ounces of water. Wow. So 365 days are in a year. We've got 365 chances to burn fat. Are you getting half of your weight in ounces of water? Well, statistically, the book that I'm listening to right now and the Obesity Fix says that 75% of people are right now dehydrated. So 75% of people aren't even burning fat. And with your fiber, the trending topic on fiber, it's what increases the GLP-1 hormone in your body. So let's not trick the brain, because you could get an injectable, but that's tricking the brain. Fiber ups the GLP-1 hormone. Additives in your foods, get that YUKA app. If you decrease additives, guess what? You'll stop decreasing the GLP-1. So there's a lot of benefits. Your water's half of your weight in ounces of water. Look what I was adding to my water. I had no clue. At the checkout at Target, I'm like, hey, I don't like water, but I'm just gonna add a bunch of additives, enhancers to my water. This is freaking organic. This says clean on it, but when you scan it in the YUKA app, guess what happens? It tells me all the additives and all the high-risk additives that are in it and exactly what it causes. Heart disease, carcinogenic, high A1Cs, type 2 diabetes, obesity in children. It's like, are you kidding? But here, listen, hear me out for a second. We live in a country where we have freedom. All 50 states, we can have additives in our food. I never knew that. So it is our job to do our due diligence. Are you adding stuff to your water? Please, dear goodness, don't do it. If you do, make sure it's a good rating. Get the YUKA app, scan it. If it says poor or bad, don't get yourself too worked up. Go to the bottom, it'll give you a recommendation and use that. But have you ever tried to enhance your water with like watermelon? I've got watermelon chunks in the bottom of my water this morning. Yesterday I had blackberries, blueberries, raspberries, and strawberries frozen. Sometimes I add frozen grapes or peppermint leaves or mint leaves or cucumbers or lemons or limes. And then get yourself a water bottle where you don't have to be remembering like, hey, this is 40 ounces. I have 2 of these a day. This goes everywhere with me. The best thing that I could ever tell you ever that's helped me lose weight is to set a timer. I still wake up to this day, even on the weekends. The first thing that I see is a sticky note that says water, because what you see, what you think is what you bring more of. So when you see that, you want water before coffee. We have this thing called our circadian rhythm, okay? Your body will turn the metabolism on when you drink your water before coffee. Count 15 seconds. And think 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. I know you know how to do that. Then go into your phone or your iWatch, hold down the knob and say, hey, set timer 90 minutes. Every 90 minutes, you stop, you drink 15 seconds, you will reach your goal. And your bladder will adjust within 90 days. That's a topic that's trending right now. Well, is it ever gonna get better? 90 days. So it is a short-term sacrifice for a future gain. Water is how we moisturize and water the skin without moisturizers. I was using moisturizers on my skin, ended up getting the Yucca app. I had skin cancer. This is when I found out about that app. Michelle, you cannot have additives in your sunscreen. You cannot have additives. Well, guess what? Why don't we know this as a community? So make sure you scan in the app, is your moisturizer working for you? Because I've got nothing but half my weight in ounces of water. But I do drink coffee. If you drink coffee, pop, or alcohol, how much? Because you have to add that back in because those are diuretics. They dehydrate you. So you add it back in. Okay, so what is the true number? Half your weight in ounces of water, any ounces of pop alcohol tea, or pop alcohol and and coffee. Okay, those are the ounces. So just add it up, set the timer. You be careful what you're adding into your water. And then lastly, okay, make sure you have that timer set with the reminder next to your nightstand right now so you can see it even when I travel. Next week I'll be in Worlds for cheer. I'll have it right there. What you see, what you think, you bring more of. A straw helps me drink faster. I like room temperature water because my teeth become sensitive. And if you absolutely are like, I can't drink water, chew a piece of gum because it'll quench your thirst and you'll crave water. Does that help with the water? LaCroix can count. But if you're looking at that ice water from Costco and you scan it in that YUKA app, you're like, holy crap, there's additives. There's 6 additives inside of that. You know what I mean? Like, you have to be really careful. I know parents that were giving that to their kids, which is fine. I'm not going to judge. But literally, it causes ADHD in children. It also alters sperm alteration in men. So I never knew that. Over in Europe, you guys, this is not allowed. Additives are not allowed in their food. Period. End of discussion. Here, it's allowed. So we have to do our due diligence. That app is called YUKA. I put it in the comments for you. Okay? I just now, right before we got on, I will tell you this is something that will not be for you. If you enjoy having brain fog, this is not for you. What I'm going to share with you. If you enjoy having that chronic fatigue, like that tiredness, especially midday, this is not going to be for you. And if you have headaches that you don't want to improve, or you have blood pressure that's high and you don't want to improve it, this is not for you. But I'm going to show you an experiment right now with water that you would never add ice to, okay? And what this water is going to do, you're going to watch it happen, is this is actually going to take, in our body, we have something called nitric oxide. And this is going to expand your blood vessels 10 times the width of what they're at right now, and it's going to do it for 10 hours. Let me share with you how it works. It's a whole experiment. So what we're going to do is we are going to take what is not found in the body. Can you tell me right now, it's an element on the element science table that's not found in the body. Okay, I never knew about this. Okay, and what it's called is it's called hydrogen. So what we do is we're going to open up this handy dandy. It's really important to know that they're crystallets. This is not a tablet, because if you go to Target or you go to TJ Maxx, you're going to be like, what's going on? There's a tablet. This is going to go in completely clear, okay? it is going to turn bright yellow, telling me that the gas has been oxidized. Okay, I'm gonna wait bright yellow. I would never add ice to this ever in my entire life of living because it'll deactivate the molecular hydrolyzation of affecting the nitric oxide in the body. So I'm gonna sit this out and I'll bring it back up. Couple things to know. Gary Brecka, millions of followers. He talks about hydrogen in the body. He talks about what happens and how it dilates the blood vessels 10 times for 10 hours. It is literally the smallest element. It's helping people with brain fog. It's helping people with fatigue. It's helping people with headaches. It's helping people with blood pressure. And it's why athletes are paying thousands for it. 2 things you want to look for when you buy it. Is it crystallite? Is it clean and free of additives? This one is science-backed. There's clinicals behind it, third-party validation, and CLEAN. Drop in the comments the word nitro, and I'll share a video with you that had me saying, holy crap, I needed this yesterday. And if you want to snag a bag, they always offer you right now 30 days money back guaranteed. There's only 3 flavors in stock. You can only do black cherry, lemon lime, or grape. Okay, so drop nitro with a star and I can send that for you and you can have a code with that. With that link, you will get a discount. Okay, that's the nitro water. So if you're having water, have that once a day. I'm gonna have this, look at it turning yellow. It's literally oxidizing and I can hear it as we speak. It was clear, right? But when you have science and clinicals behind something and you actually have an experiment like engineers are doing every single day, it makes perfect sense why the one I was buying from TJ Maxx was not working for me. It was a tablet, it had additives, it was not backed by science. So, and did you know the first ingredient listed in anything is what you find the most of? So if you look at a label right now, say it's peanut butter, first ingredient. If it's not peanuts, there's something wrong. The first ingredient on any ingredient list is what you find the most of. Last ingredient you find the least of. I never knew that. So if hydrogen isn't up at the very tippy top, there's a problem. Here's what I need you to do. I can't send links or comment. So this is my Instagram or that's my Facebook Messenger. Anything, hi Tammy, anything in the comments disappears. So when I get off live, it won't be there. I pinned it this morning. It's how I know there's only 3 in stock for the flavors. Go to thebreakfastshow.net in your web browser and you'll see the word Nueva at the tippy top. Okay. Also there, if you just look at that page, thebreakfastshow.net, there is a free protein guide for you that I pinned this morning. That is the guide that helped me in many ways that I posted about the other day. And I can't send the guide because it keeps saying that I'm spamming. So I had to pin it there. That's for you. Thebreakfastshow.net goes in the web browser. You'll see Nueva. You're looking for what's called nitro. Nitro. With that link, you automatically have the discount applied. If you spend $75, you get $20 off today. Okay? That's the water component. That's the hydrogen water. Go follow Gary Brecka and see what exactly it does. I can't believe the amount of people saying, Michelle, my blood pressure has improved. My brain fog in menopause is gone. I literally have so much energy. I walk my dog and clean my house every day. My hormonal headaches have flipping improved. Hydrogen can be the source to literally having all of those things come back into your life again. Okay? So that's for that, Gary Brecka. The book is called The Obesity Fix. The Obesity Fix. The third thing is your protein. Protein intake. Where should your protein intake be? This is something you're probably gonna have to Google today. So it's your ideal weight. So right now, this is what I would put because I'm 5'7". I would go to Google or ChatGPT or Manus and I'd be like, hey, I'm 5'7". What's my ideal weight? And it's gonna give me a range. It's gonna say like 131 to 150. That highest number, the higher number is how many grams of protein you should be getting every day if you wanna lose weight or improve muscle tone. If you're at your goal weight, you can go down to the lowest number. Let me say that again. The highest number, when it gives you a range, 129 pounds to 150 pounds, my goal would be 150 grams of protein if I want to lose weight. If I'm in maintenance or I don't want to lose weight, I can go to 129. Okay? Very important. 150 grams of protein is 600 calories. So if you're going to argue with me and say, Michelle, I'm not a big eater, that's too much, I'm going to say, no, 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 no. Listen, even if you're not a big eater and you're eating 800, 900 calories, 600 of those calories should be coming from protein. And I'm going to teach you a hack right now that you're going to have in the back of your pocket. Literally. You're going to be able to go anywhere today, an airport, a grocery store, a hospital, and you're going to be able to know this is an actual protein and this isn't. I want you to drop hack in the comments in big letters, H-A-C-K, and I'm going to freaking share it with you. Drop hack in the comments. So here's what we're going to do. Now we know our grams of protein. 150 grams of protein is 600 calories. 150 grams of fat is 1,350 calories. There's nothing wrong with fats, but here's why. There is 9 calories in 1 gram of fat. There's 4 calories in 1 gram of carb, 4 calories in 1 gram of protein. A fat is called a fat for a reason. Too much of a good thing, even olive oil or good cholesterol in a yolk or good, healthy fats from salmon, it can hurt you just as much as it can help you. And I got so brainwashed with, oh, nuts are so good for me and seeds are so good for me. And someone told me that peanut butter was a protein and these cholesterol. I was eating so many fats, it wasn't even funny. My cholesterol was through the roof. I was 35 pounds overweight. So I really had to understand that there's 9 calories in a gram of fat. So instead of 2 tablespoons of cheese, I do 1 tablespoon of cheese. Cheese is a fat. There's no protein. When I use red meat, I have a really small size like this, and I make sure the rest of the day I have like chicken or leaner meat. For my egg yolks, I only have 1 a day. Instead of having 2 or 3, I'll have egg whites instead. So for my guacamole, my avocados, instead of having half, I never have more than 1/4 of one. I stopped looking at guacamole and chips as being a free, calorie-free dessert because it's a healthy fat. So let me share this hack with you. Again, if you didn't get that protein guide that's absolutely free, make sure you drop FREE in the comments. But here you're going to see, you'll always see calories, okay? So 70 calories is what you see. 70 calories is what you see. That's step 1, is to see that there's 70 calories. Step 2, you just cover the last number of calories. Okay. When you cover that last number of calories, what number are you left with? Okay. What number are you left with is how many grams of protein there should be minimum. So there can be 7 plus. It doesn't have to be 7. It needs to be 7 or more. Protein is always going to be in big bold. You can see it right above my pointer. Right above my pointer. How many are there? 13. Oh, it's a protein. But we don't stop there. Because what's going to happen when we go to the market? We're going to see at the market there's 4 different brands of Greek yogurt. There's 4 different brands of cottage cheese. I used to be the girl that pulled the one that was the cheapest. I'd literally be like, oh my gosh. So here's the deal with that. When I scan this in the app, is this additive free? Because if I'm getting foods that have poor or bad ratings in this app, it raises my cortisol, it raises my glucose levels, and it stores my food as fat instead of using it as energy. It happens every day. I didn't know this. It's a very important part. Please be with me for a minute. I scan it. Okay. Go to rating. Right here. Tells me right in the app. It's a green signal. It moves forward. Tells me to eat it. Okay. I used to be the girl who fell for this tip. Instead of vanilla, I would love to have s'mores. Yum. Okay. This is rotten. I've had it for an example. There's 80 calories. Do you see 80? Drop a 1 if you see 80 calories. Okay, so what do? I cover the last number of calories. I see 8. That means there should be 8 plus grams of protein. Okay, I go down to protein right above my finger. What do I see in big bold? I see protein. I see protein. I see 12. Okay, how many grams? There's 12 grams. That's what I saw. Is that 8 or greater? Yes. Now I'm going to scan it. Oh my Lanta. Uh-oh. Poor in red. Poor. Oh my gosh. Wait, I'm going to click on this. Lucky for me at the bottom, it gives me recommendations of good choices. So if I'm at a different market, do you love me? Drop a 1. There's 6 additives in bright red. 6 additives. This app is called Yucca. Y-U-K-A. Okay? Too high risk. Let me click on this. Okay, this is increased risk of developing cancer, cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, chronic inflammation of the digestive tract, and other metabolic disorders. What? What? And a Greek yogurt? So here I thought that I was eating protein to lose weight, and my body wasn't reacting because I was adding additives instead because no one ever told me this. This could literally be the reason why your life forever changes. Drop a heart in the comments if you love me, because I love you. This is why I go live, because if I didn't share this with you, I would be selfish. And right now I can't even go live on Instagram because they took it away from me. And so I created a new Instagram account, and please, dear gosh, go follow it. So the sooner I get to 1,000 followers, the sooner I can go live again. Literally, I think it's Michelle Churchill Dworack or something like that. So that's the secret for protein. Why protein though for weight loss? I need a why. Because when I go up and I see chocolate cake and everyone's like, protein, why? You give me a why and I'll stay strong. You burn 30% more calories eating it. Ooh! We live in a world that's kind of sedentary. Burn 30% more calories? Well, hey, let's have some fun with it. Today I double dog dare you to track your grams of protein. You're like, okay, Michelle, I did it. I got 110 grams of protein. Okay. You take your grams of protein and times it by 4. Why? There's 4 calories in 1 gram. Okay, 110 times 4 equals what? 440? Okay, 440 calories came from protein. What's 30% of that? 30% of 440. 132. I burned 132 calories just by eating protein, which is equivalent to like a 39-minute power walk. It improves your muscle tone. There are people that have tight arms from vacuuming just by upping their protein. Doesn't mean you need to go lift heavy, dinky weights. And it's how the body goes through the feelings of fullness and satiety. If you followed me for the 365 days that I took my blood every single day when I was deficit in protein versus had the right amount of protein, glucose levels and cortisol levels were literally so even keel. When that happens, your body takes in your food, you feel good, it uses that as energy, stores it as energy, but when that doesn't happen, it stores it as visceral fat. So literally, it's how the body goes through feelings of fullness and satiety. Constant stress of being deficit in protein, since the most abundant thing made up in our body is protein and water, is a very bad reaction to the body. So protein is source. There's 20,000 different types of protein in your body. Can you imagine? All these cells are what send messages to go to the bathroom, to go number 2, to literally have your fingers move, to do this, to remember this, like everything. The conscious mind goes off of protein. The subconscious mind goes off of it. Did you know there's number one protein in your body? And I know you've heard of the term, but think hard and strong because I never knew this. The number one protein found within your body out of 20,000 different types is what is called, what? Collagen. I never knew in my entire life of living that collagen is the most abundant protein found in your body. And at 20, we have a problem that we have to face. We have 100%, okay? We have 100% collagen, but our body stops reproducing it. So we lose 1% every single year after 20. Can you please kindly tell me in the comments how old you are? And it's not too late. They bring up the guy who's 90 years old. Is it too late to add collagen back in? The answer is no. But I never knew in my entire life of living, ever, that at the age of 20, you have 100% collagen, but each year after 20, you lose a minimum of 1%. I also never knew that TJ Maxx and Home Goods and Kroger and Costco was where you shouldn't be using your collagen. Because listen to this, the type of collagen you lose after 20 years old is type 2 collagen. I didn't know that. So what collagen are you adding in every day? Did you know there's 5 types? I didn't know that. There's a type 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Collagen is what holds together the hair, skin, nails, joints, muscles, wrinkles, skins, elasticity, and the gut lining. So when you look at the first ingredient listed in your collagen, for an elite collagen, you would see the word type 2 collagen, okay? Also, skin cancer, I told you. Are you using something that has additives that's carcinogenic? You can get the YUKA app. You can look and see when you're rubbing it, is it going into the bloodstream? This has organic tremella mushroom. That, at a naturopath level, mimics hyaluronic acid. It can be in the formula. The third thing is there's a Morosteel patent fat burner in here. The only fat burner in the world that doesn't have seed oils, that doesn't have caffeine, and is in a patent study that 94% of consumers are going to see a drop in body fat composition, body fat percentage, visceral fat, and the scale's going to drop. And then lastly, this has fenugreek to support the gut lining. That's what you want to look for, okay, inside of it. Click follow and comment the word slim, and I'll share with you this exact science-backed, proven through clinicals, third-party validation, CLE, 4 supplements and 1 collagen. Okay, that's what you want to look for inside of it. If you don't care, you're like, listen, Michelle, no one's ever explained it to me. I'm almost out and I'm open to trying it. If you drop Slim with a star, you grab a full month supply of it for $89. You get it today for $69. There's always a promotion on it. So don't be like, oh, is it going to go back up to the $89? You get a whole month supply of a belly fat blasting liquid collagen that has science, clinicals, third-party validation, and cleanliness behind it. Okay? Choose your heart. You've seen what's happened to my lines. You've seen my 11s. You've seen my crow's feet. That's coming from something that's science-backed versus when I was getting it from Costco. Okay? What you have to do is you just have to send me a direct message. So this is my Instagram messenger, or that's my Facebook messenger, because the comments will disappear. Okay? So Facebook, Instagram. Send me the word slim. I'll share the expert. It's a collagen expert that explains it way better than I can. Okay? I don't want to sound like a spammy whammy butthole. I just want to introduce you to it. Here's the deal with this. If you want to grab a bottle today, because literally it's back in stock, but I only have 2 flavors in stock, you have to make sure that you go to thebreakfastshow.net. Okay? When you go to thebreakfastshow.net, okay, right here, you'll see Nueva. It's called Snow Slim. Just like it sounds, so slim, but Snow Slim. 1 bottle is a month's supply. Get the duo pack, you save more per bottle. Okay, you get the trio pack, you save even more per bottle. Okay, so I got the trio pack. It puts me at a 12-week supply. Do you want to know what that patent study is? A 12-week supply. So that's what I did. Then you're part, the 6% who didn't get results, just in case you're wondering, the 6%, guess why? They weren't consistent or they gave up before 12 weeks. What a bunch of nut jobs, right? So that's the collagen component of it. If you go today, here's your number 1 assignment. If you start scanning your foods, your toothpaste, everything, your mouthwash, I'm going to tell you exactly what the nutritionist told me that I hired and paid thousands of dollars for. Okay? If you go and scan your foods and you're like, okay, I've seen bad things with, I've seen really bad things with inflammation, bloating, all my ratings are coming back poor or bad, you might be a component for a metabolic reset. Okay? There are a lot of people that are talking about things out there. The best thing that you could do, since your entire body is made up of 20,000 of them, the best thing you could ever do is to use short chain amino acids. You've heard of short chain amino acids. You've heard of BCAAs. I'm sure of it. Okay? You don't need to use injectables. I don't know why all of this stuff is trending. I'm not going to give you any advice because I'm not a doctor and I can't make claims. METAA, Meta, will kick me off, so I can't even discuss it anymore. But do your homework, okay? I will tell you right now that these women who struggle with fat attacking one area, they were a true culprit for needing a metabolic reset. What is the definition of a metabolic reset? Look at her body within 2 weeks of responding. A metabolic reset is when you go and you get the cells to start responding to insulin again. I want you to envision that your body has broke down like a car broke down. Your car broke down, your body broke down, not the engine. It's the same with you. If you can go in and add certain things back into the body, it can get the cells responding to insulin again. Literally. Food is supposed to be eaten, insulin uses it on demand as energy or stores it as energy. What's happening with our bodies? Our cells become rusty, we eat and it's stored as fat and we feel very tired. Happens to a lot of us. Right here you have 2 chances. This right here has 2. Inside of it is 5-amino-1-MQ, which has 30 plus positive benefits of increasing the NAD plus within your body. You definitely do not want to use body if you're okay with being tired, if you don't like an exercise mimicking effect at a cellular level without having to work out with no caffeine, if you don't care about your clothes becoming looser on you, if you don't want them to be looser, this definitely is not for you. 2 is the Sloop 3332. This has an exercise mimicking effect at a cellular level, just like I said, with no caffeine. This is for the person who wants to improve body composition, improve muscle tone without losing muscle mass, who wants to lose weight. Okay, body. Drop body in the comments. I'll introduce you to the peptide expert. I'm not supposed to say that word, the amino chain expert. This right here is my weight loss times 10, which is called Elevate. Elevate has tesofensin inside of it. Tesofensin is literally going to block out food noise. Literally block out food noise. Like, bye-bye. Okay? Tesofensin is food noise, binge eating, sugar, and salt. It decreases the want and demand in the body. The bottom right has Diaxa. Focus. You need to focus. Your squirrel brain, what am I having for dinner? What am I doing? This Diaxa is the focus boost, mood boost. And then the bottom left is BCP 157. So if you're okay with inflammation and bloating, you don't want Elevate. If you're okay with binge eating and constantly having food noise for sugar and salt and never being satisfied, and you're okay with that, Elevate is not for you. Drop Elevate in the comments. I will share the Elevate video. You'll know if it's a good fit for you based on the quiz. Drop body or drop both and I'll send you both videos. Right now, this medical grade, proven through science, proven through clinicals, third-party validation, literally the only 2 things found inside of this is exactly what I told you. There's no fillers, there's no phosphorus. That doesn't exist. There are people selling peptides out there right now that have fillers, phosphorus, embros, and they're charging a lot of money and it costs them $1 to make it. Be careful your source. Okay, if you want to grab a bag, you can get a 30-day supply right now, 30 days money back guaranteed. It's usually $189. You get it today for $169. Drop Elevate with a star or body with a star. Right now, you can actually get a 3-month supply. You can do 1 body, 1 Elevate, or 2 body, 1 Elevate, or 2 Elevate. You get my hydrogen water that we talked about, $50 value for free, and you get that whole 3-month stock for $430. That is a steal, not a deal. Everything gives you 30 days, empty bottle, money back guaranteed. How you're gonna get that video is you have to message me. So this is my Instagram account. Okay, Michelle Churchill Fit with 3 T's, and that's my Facebook account. Send me a message. My message is always open for you. If you're wondering, I've got gastric sleeve, I've got thyroid issues, I've got IBS, I've got blood pressure, cholesterol. I've worked with all health conditions out there. The side effects you're looking into is better hair, skin, nails, joints, muscles, wrinkles, skin's elasticity, faster weight loss, improvement to muscle tone. This is not like the injections that are going to deteriorate and eat the muscle mass. No, 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 no. Okay? So yes, if you have a health condition or blood pressure or cholesterol or diabetes or ADHD, I work with all of those health conditions. Okay? So thebreakfastshow.net, you would go there. There's a body and beauty link. You'll see exactly what we talked about. The power pack is $430. It'll go down to $169 for body or $169 for Elevate. As of this morning, it's back in stock, correct. My body is referred to as Bikini in a Bottle. My Elevate is referred to as the movie Limitless, without all of the joke. Okay? Shirley, do you know how to send me a message so I can send you both of those videos, my beautiful friend? And I would recommend for you the power pack. I use a beauty peptide. There's a beauty peptide. I've completely gone from having to be the girl that had to get facials where the stuff I was getting on my face had toxins and additives inside of it. I no longer get facials. I have a beauty peptide that covers every single part of it. So I did Beauty Body Elevate. I got the whole 3-pack and I got the Nitro for free. I paid $430 and that's what you can get too. Any questions? My messages are open for you. Yes, you can use coffee. So she asked a great question, Shannon. Just use a pesticide-free coffee. There are not a lot of them anymore. I was using Rise. I actually upgraded from Rise to a nootropic blend. So no crash, right? We want clarity and no crash standing behind our coffee. We want no pesticides. So all the way over from Italy, specifically Sicily, they have a Colombian brew. Also stop using regular cinnamon. You want to get Ceylon cinnamon. Ceylon cinnamon does not elevate kidney levels. Regular cinnamon does. So this specific nootropic blend, it's a Colombian brew, has Ceylon cinnamon, your L-theanine, you no longer will have to take if you have a cup of coffee a day, your cordyceps, and your lion's mane mushroom, okay? That's what's found in this nootropic blend. Drop in the comments the word coffee. I'll introduce you to the video. I have engineering experts behind everything, so I like to point people to tools instead of being a tool. I just want to introduce you to the science. I would be selfish if I did not. And if you want to snag a bag, they let you grab a bag and they let you have it for 30 days, empty it, send it back, okay? You even get your shipping money back, okay? You'll never find this in a store. You'll never find this on a billboard, and you'll never find this inside on a commercial, ever, okay? It's sourced. It's the #1 leading health and wellness company, trending in all 50 states. So if you don't want to use products, you don't have to. But if you want to biohack and speed up the process, you want to help with cravings and sugar and salt, and you want to have really good energy during weight loss, that is an opportunity. I would say that a lot of us need to kind of shake things up and get things working again and then get off of them. When you reach your goal, you get off of everything. As long as the regular food intake is higher than the additives, you're going to maintain your weight loss efforts. I see this every day. I get stories coming in and transformation stories coming in that I share on my stories every single day. And if this isn't a good fit for you, I might be able to recommend something that is a good fit for you. So either way, it's not a big deal. Focus on the 25 grams of fiber. Make sure you're getting half of your weight in ounces of water, and then your protein is your ideal. So go back to the beginning of this, okay? Do you have any questions at all in the comments for me? That's kind of what I wanted to cover. I did listen to a chapter this morning of a book, and I got a really good thing that I wanted to share with you. So let me bring it up really fast. You're half of the 1/3. Just remember to send you back. Here we go. Here's what I wanted to share with you. Okay, I took a little note of it. The chapter took me 17 minutes to read. I'm going to take that for you exactly what I learned, and I'm going to give it to you in 45 seconds. But I found it really good, and this is a great reminder to start the day on the right foot. But all it talks about is how this whole chapter was how to become unrecognizable. I thought it was pretty cool, right? So 3 egg whites per day, 1 whole egg. The reason that is, and the chapter explains, so 1 whole egg, 3 egg whites. Okay, 1 whole egg, 3 egg whites. There's 5 grams of fat in 1 egg. There's 6 grams of protein. But we learned today there's 9 calories in 1 gram of fat. There's 4 calories in 1 gram of carb, 4 calories in 1 gram of protein. So if I were to have, 4 eggs total, it would be 6, 12, 18, 24 grams of protein. My fat would be 5, 10, 15, 20. What's 20 though times 9 versus 4, 8, 6, 12, 24 times 4? My calories would be trumped by my fats. Again, too much of a good thing. It's really hard to get your ideal weight. So just remember that. 3 liters of water, which is 90 ounces. That's how to become unrecognizable. You have the tip on setting the timer every 90 minutes, stop, drop, and drinking. 2 teaspoons of real salt. There's on Amazon, the real salt by Raymond's. That's the salt you want, 2 teaspoons of salt. You can add it in your water. You can add it to your veggies, whatever you desire. 45 minutes of just walking, okay? I like to do 10-minute increments, set a timer, get up and go walk around, even up, downstairs, upstairs, downstairs, set a timer and stop. I do that 4 times. 4 weightlifting sessions a week for 20 minutes. You guys go to YouTube. Full body 20-minute weightlifting workout with dumbbells. 40, you know what I mean? You can literally type in no equipment, weightlifting workout, no equipment. YouTube is your best friend. You can even add your age, okay? I'm almost done, it's fine. 30 to 50 grams of protein per meal, guys, and then 8 hours of sleep. All you have to do right now is freaking execute it. Execute it. And then the last part of it was how magnesium is magical. It helps with sleep, it calms you down, it gives you energy, it helps with muscle cramps, headaches, high blood pressure, and kidney stones. It's a miracle mineral. Take 200 to 400 milligrams per day for life. Okay, that's it. So I love you. It was an honor to hang out with you. Hang out with me in my inbox. If you have any questions, let me know. And if not, have the best day ever, and I'll talk to you